the neurochemicals of your brain drive your perception, how you think the world is actually behaving and how you behave in the world, right? And it's not only your perception, it's also how people perceive you, right? So if you understand that here's dopamine, here's serotonin, here's these neurochemicals that make me feel the way I feel, if I understand how I make it, how I bind it, how I clear it, because the genes that do each one of those steps are very clear, it's black and white. I know my personality to a T. In fact, I would argue if I had anybody's DNA, I don't ever need to speak to them to describe them to a T. Right? I can tell you how they behave, how they think. Are they irritable? Do people get irritated by them? Right? All of those things. Are they a drama queen, etc.? So the genes don't lie, and the genes drive every biological process, and that doesn't lie. So now knowing that, yeah, in a team setting, take me for example, the way I experience dopamine, which is the chemical that allows you to experience pleasure or reward. Pleasure is eat some tasty food. Reward is achieve something at work. I have the lowest density of receptors in my brain. So it's very hard to feel, right? Then there's clearance. You eventually need to get back to normal. And I have the fastest possible clearance. So I feel it way down here and it's gone before it started. So I'm highly reward seeking, addictive tendencies because I just can't get enough. Can't get no satisfaction. Always want more, right? So now one of our founding partners was the exact opposite. He has the maximum dopamine binding capacity and the slowest possible clearance. So we would sit in a meeting and we would say, here's the 10 action items. And the way my brain works is like high functioning anxiety. Do it. Reward, reward, reward. And he's like, things are good, right? I'm already satisfied. I'm motivated. Whatever's status quo is good enough. So he'll sit there and take his notes, and then in the next 10 minutes be studying, like looking up a vacation for his family when we're in like crisis mode trying to fix something, right? And I was like, what are you doing? And he'd say to me, what are you doing? And there was this friction until we understood the way we think. Now, the same thing that caused friction is our innate superpower. The thing that I thought was making him call it weak allowed him to binge, allowed him to think deep. So I can't sit there for 8 hours or 10 hours and just keep writing and typing. He can, right? I need change. I need my brain chemicals clear too fast. I need to move on, do multiple things. So we started to learn, what are we good at? What are we bad at? And we do those things and we stick to our innate superpower as opposed to that same thing being kryptonite. Now, words like anxiety, depression, burnout don't need to exist. Right? Somebody who's feeling anxiety all the time, it's because you have a superpower and you're in the wrong context. And we can kind of teach you what you should actually be doing.